Yo guys, I'm back for another review. This time it's for Mebel. His comment was, I would also be happy for a review on manga. In focus I have a big question. I tend to spread my efforts and time a lot of my monsters rather than one or two. And I think I need to be a little bit more focused on one or two monsters. If I want to ask you, should I try to get a 6-star monster? If the answer is yes, which one, of course, and which monsters to keep and get 5-star, and which one can I let it go. So he's kind of in he's kind of not sure which monsters are really good and which ones are mediocre and which ones are bad. I get straight into it. Which monsters are good is the first thing I'm going to talk about. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter because I talk a bit too much around it, and now I'm getting straight into it. So the Fire Grim Reaper, good unit, definitely keep. Theon, I get some mixed feelings about him. I see a few people use them in arena as level 40s, but I think you should keep away from him because he's not that great. You have better monsters than him, but just keep him, but don't work on him. Seek, very decent monster. Definitely a monster you want to keep for now. Remagos, good monster, uh, because of this clean shot. Definitely a good usage in arena, because when you attack he's really good. On defense I dislike him. Water Golem, not good at all. Water Imp, good for B10 giants or any giants for that matter. Alusha, I don't really like her. I see you worked on her skills, so she is actually not bad for you. So I think this is a decent unit. It's not a bad unit, but I don't like her too much in the later stages of the game. In the beginning she's really good. I think for you she's still pretty damn decent, but I think I wouldn't really go 5-starring her or anything. The Water Epcon Priest, really good unit. I would actually suggest you to try awakening it and getting it to 5 stars at least. The Fire Sylphid, it's just not that great. I've seen it a few times, never really worked out in arena. He's not a great unit. There's better. The Wind Sylphid is a lot better, and the Water Sylphid is actually also okay, but the Fire one is just not good enough. Rogue, really good unit. I would definitely advise you to make him a 5-star. Terragos, also a really good unit. I actually would use this unit if I were you. The Amazon is also a really good unit. This is actually a unit that's maybe good for you to 5-star, because this is a water attacker, and you have most of your attack is fire based. Ramagos is not really, this is a wind unit obviously, but it's not really, the clean shot doesn't matter which element you attack. So that's why I don't really see him as a definition of wind or something. Jeffrey is good to use for PvE uses. He's a good unit for that, but in PvP is not great, but definitely keep him. Shannon, a really good support unit. I would leave him at 4 stars for now, but you can definitely use him. I have noticed this unit here, the light high elemental. This unit is really one good unit, really a one-shotter, and he's good at it as well. Look at this. The first attack does continued damage, so that's already pretty nice to have that as an additional effect. But this thing strikes the enemy with an attack strong enough to split. Okay, this is just to split the earth is just fine. Ignores the enemy defense to inflict significant. This sentence. Ignore the enemy's defense is awesome. This means like you put like a billion attack on him, and all that billion attack is gonna get through. It's awesome. This unit is definitely some unit that you have to work on. Let me see what this does. Balance you and your HP. Additional the HP of both is recovered. This is also nice. She can actually heal as well, which is cool. Yeah, you definitely have to work on this one. You already awakened her, Get up there, 5-starring her. I think this is gonna be an awesome unit for you. Lulu, good support unit. I think you would like to have him 4-star and eventually 5-star. Light Bearman, a really good unit. I would get him up there as well. You're gonna need this unit anyways, so you wanna have him 5-star and trying to get a 100% crit. Living Armor, I wouldn't put your effort in that right now, because you got some other units that I think they are better for you to use. You need to put a lot of effort in this, and you don't have his skills leveled up or anything, so it's not gonna be the amazing unit. So that's for units. Now I want to talk runes. Blade Fatal, that's fine. This needs to be an attack percent rune. Needs to be attack percent rune. This needs to be attack percent rune as well, but this is actually, I see you put some effort in this, so I would let it be for now, but eventually this needs to be attack percent rune. Try to get a higher rune here, because this a 2-star defense rune, come on, you can get a 4-star with some better substats. Okay, Tian, I wouldn't work on him, so let him be for now. I'm not gonna suggest you any runes. Basically, it's a support unit. You want to have HP percent runes on him, and some speed maybe, but you're not gonna focus on this. Seek, you get him Blade Energy. If you are using him for his buff, then I would suggest Swift Blade or Swift Energy, just something with Swift, and then on 2 a Speed rune, because then you want to have him to go first and do his Begin the Hunt, and then on 6 and 4 needs to be attack percent, so this needs to be attack percent, and I would go Swift Energy or Swift Blade or something like that. Remigas. Remigas is a good attack, actually a good attack unit, because the clean shot is actually a good one-shot attack. You got full energy, that's fine, but this needs to be HP percent, because the defense is not going to make any difference on him. It just needs to be HP percent, and this needs to be HP percent. So these runes need to be HP percent. This, and this. This is already one, but the 2 and 4 needs to be HP percent. And yeah, like this is good because you get 7% HP as substat. Try to get them on this rune as well as on this rune, some HP percent substat. The golem is useless. It really is. He might have been good at mid game, but now it's not useful anymore. The imp I'm not going to talk about because it's a PvE unit for B10, not for anything else really. Elusha is actually a usable support unit, but I do not think you should focus on him, because I think you need to focus on the Epicon Priest. He needs to be energy all around. Well, doesn't need to be, but that's a good setup for her. HP percent on that. This needs to be HP percent as well. And this is actually fine, a resistance rune, because you want to try to get a high resistance. Try to get as close as you can to 100. And she gets 25 from when she's awakened, so when she's awakened she will have over 50%, so that's good. But get those HP percent runes, especially on this slot. You could even go HP rune here, but resistance is also good because that's not bad. Rogue, Fatal Blade, that's fine. Attack percent there. This needs to be attack percent. Okay, furthermore, the rest of the runes are fine, but this needs to be attack percent, like the other two. Tigers, really good unit, good AoE unit. Eventually I would suggest also for you to Despair focus on this unit and to do Despair Blade on this unit for late game, but for now Fatal Blade is fine. Let me see. Yeah, this definitely need to be attack percent. He has no use for defense. Oh, my throat is a bit sore. Sorry for that. This needs to be attack percent. This needs to be attack percent, really. And this needs to be attack percent. These just need, like you can see in the info, he's an attack unit. As you can see, the defense is terrible. So buffing that up is not gonna help you much more. Because even 300 defense is gonna be shitty. So these three just need to be attack percent. And this is a unit you kind of want to have in your team. It's a good unit. It's not like the best unit of all, but it has a stun, which is really great. And this has a defense, which is really great. I would actually I would use this unit as well if I had it. Of course I have gotten it once, but I never gotten it up to the point where I used it. But if I get it again, I will save it and use it. Then the Amazon. This this unit is used in arena at high levels. Really, why? It's because of meteor shower. First of all, obviously it does damage, but it reduced the attack gauge. It could, if all the hits would hit, it could reduce 60% of the attack gauge, which basically means you attack first with the rest of your monsters. What would you want for it? You want to have a lot of accuracy on it. So Fatal Focus would be a great setup for it, because I think, yeah, Fatal Focus. So you got the Fatal here. You just didn't really. These are old runes, so I understand that they're bad. But what you want is attack percent on 2, attack percent on 4, and accuracy percent on 6. And then Fatal Focus. And I think this is a unit that you want to get 5-star and awakened, because it could be a very useful unit for you. Then we have Shannon. Good support unit. I would actually suggest you to use her as Swift Energy, because you want her to be fast and get his speed up. So I would suggest a speed rune on 2, HP percent rune on 4 like you have, and an HP percent rune on 6, and then Swift Energy. Okay, now up to this unit. I would suggest you not to make any 6-stars yet. I would suggest you to make a few more 5-stars that you're gonna use. And one of them is this Shren. Shren is a really potential good one-shot unit. You can work on his skills quite easily, because you can actually farm high elementals at some stages. And he has, it is an attack monster, so basically what you want to rune him with is Fatal Blade or Fatal, let me check his skills once more. Yeah, just Fatal Blade is fine. Like you have him, it's fine, but let me see, attack percent, this needs to be attack percent. This needs to be attack percent. I don't, no, you want to have attack percent. And this is gonna be attack percent. Something you could also do with this unit is Rage Blade. Rage Blade would actually be also good, and then you could definitely use a crit rune on that, or a crit damage rune here, and then attack percent on 2 and 6. That's also a possibility, but Fatal Blade seems to be a good choice as well, because this skill is just gonna rip the monsters apart. It doesn't matter what element they are, because it's a light monster, which makes it amazing, and you'll just rip them apart because you ignore their defense. So this is definitely a unit I would get to 5-star and later to 6-star. Ludo, not much to say about. I would actually try to evolve him to a 4-star, so you could make use of him. Maybe later. No, maybe wait, no. I mean, Lulu has his good uses, and I think it's beneficial to get him to 4-star. But I would actually focus on getting the Epicon Priest to 5-star and Awakened. And then the Bearman. This is a really great unit. I think you just got it. What you want to do is, well, actually, what you want to do is take this crit rune and put it on your Bearman, and then try to get crit substats on all your bonuses, on all your substats, and then get a. This needs to be HP rune, just HP percentage. And this needs to be HP percentage, but you got that. And then the substats, try to get as much crit percentage as possible. And I would suggest you to switch this over to your Light Bearman. Because you actually asked me which unit should I focus on, I'm gonna say like the rune things that I told you you have to get on. And then the first units we want to focus on are the units that you have up here. So like this unit, you need to fix his runes, especially like this rune. Just fix that. And then also like Ramagos, fix these 2 runes to HP percent. That's the focus you have for the beginning. But that's easily done. I wouldn't focus on Seek yet. What I would focus on after that is getting this unit Awakened and 5-starred together with this unit to 5-star, and I would get your Light Bearman to 5-star and Awakened. So 1, 2, 3, and I would suggest you to take your Epicon Priest first, then your High Elemental, and then your Light Bearman. And then later, get this unit Awakened and 5-starred. Because it's gonna be a great unit for you. And I would suggest you to hold off from a 6-star right now, because you have a lot of work to do for some monsters, and they're not runed correctly yet. And so like if you get these 3 units in, or what, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you get these 4 units up and running and correctly, and the other units plus these are correctly runed, you have a better variety of units that are good, useful, and then you can start 6-starring one of them. Because if you would 6-star, let's for example say your Fire Grim Reaper, you will be stuck with 1 decent unit and the rest is just shit. So that's not gonna happen. You don't need to 6-star anything yet. What you need to do is get a few 5-stars, so in total 4. This Epicon Priest, this Amazon, this High Elemental, and the Bearman, and get them runed correctly. So you can continue. So yeah, the focus is on getting the runes on your Fire Grim Reaper and your Ramagos. Then getting your Epicon Priest Awakened and runed properly. And then getting your High Elemental up to 5-stars. And getting your Bearman Awakened into 5-stars. Also your Epicon Priest, by the way. And then like lastly, you would get this guy to 5-stars and Awakened. And then you're good to go, man. Then you got a good team going as well. For arena attack and offense, let me check. This leads skills to the light attribute. What I could see happening, you don't have a leader skill. Wait, what is this? Fire attribute. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. You need to get this rogue to 5-stars. That's maybe one of your priorities that is a bit higher than. I think Rogue is actually already pretty good because you got the skills up and all that. So I would 5-star this first, then your Epicom Priest, and then the 2 light units, and then this. So you actually got one more. For your team defense or offense team later, like when you get everything running, I could see you don't really have a real good leader yet. So I could see the Bearman being your leader together with Shren in a team, then Shannon and the Amazon. And then I would like what you kind of want to get to. You could also, this is also a possibility, get your Bearman together with your Shren and your Theon and your Amazon, and then what you could do is make your Theon with Swift focus or Swift energy or something, and then use research on your Amazon, do meteor shot so they get decreased attack gauge, and then you can attack with your Bearman and your Shren, and your Shren should be able to one-shot some units, and your light Bearman should be able to sustain your units. That could be a really good strategy, I think. There's also you could also go the fire route. Then you would have him as your leader. And then you could take tire gas with you, and then maybe Shannon and Light Bearman, for example. But to be honest, I would for now just put in your best monsters. So these, like these 4 or these 3, and then the Epicom Priest, for example. Just put in your best monsters for now on defense, and offense just attack with the strongest ones you have now. But when you get the guys up running that I just talked about, you should be able to get some nice teams going. And I think Theon is actually gonna be, for now, is actually pretty important for you. So what I would do is rune him with Swift energy, and then on 2 speed rune, and then HP % here and HP % there. Reason is that you want to have him go first for the research on a unit you want to make go second. So yeah, that was it, man. I hope you got some useful out of it. I hope I laid some focus down for you. I must say, I understand why you spread your focus so much, because there's so many units you kind of have to work on. But I tried to explain where your priorities lie, and I hope you can use that for you to get further. So yeah, this is it. Let me know if it was helpful. So I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!